moving on to reports. Dr. Cooney?
A couple of things, I guess, to draw your attention to. One is in your packets, I sent you a schedule for the preschool workshop, or at least the district portion of that. And again, let me know, but I would love if board members could attend the morning on Monday over, it's in the auditorium. Please let me know if you're able to come for that piece of it, at least probably through 10 o'clock is what we'd love to have you there if possible.
Should we tell you now?
Well, yeah, I'll plan.
I'll be there.
God willing.
Yes, yes.
I'll start. I don't know if I'll make it till 10. I'll see how busy.
Cool. Brent, you're going to wait to see if it rains.
So I'll see.
Thank you. One of the things that you'll see on that schedule is taking pictures, and we're still working out the details of photo IDs, and we've got some for all staff members, again dealing with security issues of having a photo ID, and have some thoughts for the future and dealing with security for the buildings and for our students and for our staff, and so that'll unfold over the next year or two.
Is that an expensive program?
The ID thing?
Yeah.
No.
I had a thought about that when I read that. You know, it might be nice if board members had such a pass, so that if they came to the school, they didn't have to, you know, check in, could be in the hallway without feeling like they were someplace where they shouldn't be, even though that's not the case.
We can probably fix that one.
That's just a thought.
I really think this is something that's really important for our faculty and also our kids. You know, I mean, the more security that we can have, the better off all the parents are going to feel. You know, Chuck, you asked if it was expensive. I think, you know, that could be relative.
Well, I thought, you know, adding 5 more people couldn't be that much.
Couldn't be that big of a deal, right? I just think this is a big deal. I think you're doing the right thing here, Dr. Green. And I was wondering, you know, I read this too. I was wondering if there's a way where we could train our teachers. You know, we train our teachers to be better teachers, but sometimes they need to be more alert as far as kids go. You know, they probably know everybody that walks in and out of the school. If they don't know them, then they're probably going to ask questions. But sometimes we've got to think about our kids. And, you know, if you see Bobby running down the hallways and something doesn't look right, do we need to talk to a principal about that? Or, you know, is there some kind of training that we can do for that?
The reason it came to my mind was that I'm sure that most of the teachers would know who I was. Kids, not necessarily, and I think we ought to train the kids if they see somebody in the hall without a tag on, proper tag, there's something wrong. And they ought to report it to somebody right away.
And I think some of that takes place both cases, but it's something that we want to keep at the top of our thought process and awareness level. You know, God help us that we ever have an infiltrator or some problem, but you have to plan to be as proactive to try to prevent those things. Yeah, anyone that thinks that they can't happen in rural Iowa isn't living on this planet.
And it's not just this industry. I mean, hospitals do that now. Everybody has to be name tagged. And if, you know, if a salesman comes in, they're supposed to get a visitor's badge. And obviously you have family members, but at nights is a real time when the staff is keyed in to someone who's there, who they just wonder, what are they doing?
Yep.
So you have to be keyed to any public place that deals with.
Yep. So there'll be some more things coming on that over the coming time.
Paris?
You were talking about tightening up security in the future. Do you have something specific in mind, mechanical or electronic sort of security? What could you be more specific about that?
Well, this is just my thought at this point without running it through the correct channels. But my thought is The name badges, that's step one. Step two is we'll have a discussion about, at least at the high school, students should have some kind of an identification as well. Then we'll talk about, in fact, this fall, our school liaison is, excuse me, is building a map and a system for all 4 buildings to identify room or exits, so that it's a common language between. If there ever was a problem, you need to get the kids out 5A or whatever the door is. That's taking place, and that's an inexpensive one. The next step would be is going away from the key system to an electronic slide card system of some manner. And with that, you have options of having all the doors locked, and you have to be buzzed to get in. And I don't know about that yet, but that's the direction we're going in all 4 buildings. Let me rephrase that. That's the direction I would envision us going, but I don't make those decisions.
Well, here's my feeling on it. We keep talking about expensive and inexpensive, and I know nobody's talking about money right now, but at this point, we're not talking about how much money we're going to spend. But if it's the safety of the kids is involved, inexpensive and expensive kind of goes out the window.
Amen.